It was one of my first psychedelic experiences. I had an experience of fully being absorbed into what can only be described as like the timeless, nameless, all-knowing, all-seeing, like perfect white light. Everything that ever was, everything that ever will be, like it was just, it was union. Pure bliss, weightlessness, timelessness, just gorgeous, bro. Oh, I was like, this is it. Like, I've arrived. This is the thing that the yogis and the meditation traditions have spoken of. Here I am, just absorbed in this. And I was just hanging out there. God, it felt so good. It felt so good, as in contrast to the experience that we have, which is, it's the contrast in
separation.
Separation. It's the I don't know. It's the unknown. It's the there was just nothing to know. Oh, bro, what a space! I was hanging out there, and then the craziest thing started happening. It's kind of boring. It's like there's no edge. There's no me. There's no other thing. There's no thing to grasp. There's no thing to overcome. There's nothing. And as that thought started emerging, my entire psyche split into how if there's that image, I think it's a Pink Floyd album where there's the laser light that goes through the prism that then emerges.
Well, I'm too young for Pink Floyd. But
then
I know what you're talking
rainbow
about.
Color spectrum that emerges out the other side. So there's the white light that goes through the prism that then emerges into the full spectrum of colors. That was the experience. My psyche just into every color of the rainbow,
like fragmenting,
exactly. And the experience I had in that moment that was so profound was, oh wow, like when I'm the all white, like, again, it's so beautiful, but there's no, like, if there's no me, then there's no you. If there's no red, then there's no yellow. If there's no black, then there's no white. This is a dimension of relativity, and it's about the real opportunity is to embrace the full spectrum of colors. And we in our humanness will label certain things as like red is bad, green is good. And again, it's so beautiful in our humanness, like that's what we do. We apply moral codes and we do things to try and create social cohesion. And it's wonderful. Like that too is important. But what ends up happening is we get so identified with the dimension of the relativity and the this is good, this is bad, this is etc., that we forget that at least from where we come from, source, oneness, part of God, an experience, a fingerprint of God, that this is the only way for God to experience itself, is to forget, so that you can come back again and have that moment. Oh, beautiful. I remember it all. Back in. And my realization from that is that what we talk about in terms of karma, what we talk about in terms of soul's evolutions, it's moving through the dimensionality of experience. It's moving through, in this analogy, the color spectrum. And we want to have every experience as God. We want to have and again, we'll label certain things as bad, suffering. We'll layer certain things as good, joy. But you can't have joy without suffering. Yeah. It literally cannot exist in this dimension if you don't have the relative counterpoint.
Yeah.
So all of that, to bring it back to your question, like the feeling of overcoming, the feeling of like listening to it, like all of that is important. And it's the dance. It's the dance between those spaces that actually, like, we can loosen the grip a bit. It's like, we're here to dance, man. We're here to experience it all. And even in the yearning for understanding, like, it's beautiful. So let's do that. Let's try to understand, and let's even hold that yearning lightly, because it's just another expression of the rainbow. Like, it's just another part, and and I think what ends up happening, at least in our culture, is that we identify so much with the intellectual, with the moral codes, with the idea of like mastery, a thing to get right, a thing that's therefore wrong, that we get so wrapped up in that we can't see the wood for the trees anymore. Like to step back and go, oh, it's all. I don't mean to avoid your question, but I do mean to tackle it quite directly.
Oh, no,
it's like,
yeah.
it's like, it's both are good. Like for me, the suffering has been so important. The stretching of myself to the absolute edges of my capabilities has been so good, and it comes at a cost.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as I step in another stage of my life into a far more spacious place, a space with far more ease and openness, it's like I'm loving it. But that doesn't mean I might not actually move back into like pushing really hard at another stage of my life. And this is what I'm really interested in at the moment, Yannick, is what's the internal call at this particular point in my life? Because I would assert if your call right now is to push really hard into a 30-day ice bath challenge and push to these crazy things, and that actually creates a sense of expansion and excitement and so on, it's like, flip and go, do that.
I love that.
Of course you do that. And if there's another time in your life that's calling for just, I need to just rest in this.
Yeah.
I need to just absorb what's happening around me. I need to brilliant, do that. The rules, it's your compass.